I'm Ashley.
And I'm Jackie. Welcome back to Dumb Witch Club. So, as I was saying, we are having a very special episode.
As you were saying.
Yeah, as I was saying.
Yeah, I heard
to
you.
continue what I was just saying.
I heard you very clearly.
Thank you. This is a very special episode of Dumb Witch Club.
It is. It's an extra special episode.
It is.
Yes.
And I feel like we say that all the time. So I hope it's not losing value.
Well, no, because it's not. Because we're special, obviously.
You're special.
You're special.
Well, I know, but you are too, and together we're extra special.
They're like, we think we know why.
They're like, Jesus, you guys. I swear.
It is. It's extra special.
It is extra special.
Yeah.
And I feel like, just to be very clear on why it's special, even though I also think it's a dumb reason.
Yeah.
Because it's about Valentine's Day.
I think that's adorable.
I really love it and hate it equally.
Yeah, I totally get what you mean. I mean, it's not unlike other holidays, other commercial holidays that you love and hate. It's like for the same reasons.
Yes.
You love and hate it, but it's cute.
That is what I like about it.
I know, same.
I like the aesthetic.
Yeah.
I like the red and the pink and the white and the hearts and like lace and like the little doily things that you make Valentines out of.
Yes. And those, do you remember those, like, your grandma would have had, like, those little silk boxes of chocolate that had this sort of, like, lace? Yes. I'm obsessed.
Yes. And it was all, like, pulled into the center, and it was, like...
Yeah, it was, like, it was, like, gathered all, like, beautifully, and it would sometimes have, like, little fake little chocolates on top.
Yes. So I know that one of the criticisms of Valentine's Day, which I also share, is that it is essentially a created holiday for the greeting card companies.
Yeah.
And that goes back to like 1847.
Sure.
And there was a lovely woman in not Salem, but Massachusetts. And her like dad owned a paper store.
Okay.
And she kind of was just like, oh, here's like the St. Valentine's Day. It was already kind of being associated with love and romance, but kind of for very vague reasons. And if you try to read through the history of this day, it's like very convoluted. And people tried to make connections with other holidays, and it was never really fully there. It was just kind of like... So, but she had this idea, and her name was Esther Howland.
Oh.
And she was like, let's just make some little, like, handwritten notes, and she made them out of, you know, like, lace and little scraps and things, sold them in her father's store, and, like, within 2 years, it was, like, a booming holiday.
Wow.
Especially in terms of like paper goods and stationery and like cards.
For sure.
And so she's really kind of credited with that, which I think is cool, but it's also like, there really was no reason.
No, I do think it's kind of cool though. And it like restores my faith in humanity like a tad. That like that was created, but people like had something to say to loved ones so much that everyone was on board and was like, yes, we're making this a holiday and everyone's doing it.
Yes.
Like, that's pretty cool that people were like embracing it that much.
I know.
And your earrings are so cute. I just noticed that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I know. So we did our whole like scheme today. We did our red and our... You probably can't even tell. There's little hearts on this shirt. It probably just looks like dots, but...
It's adorable.
Hearts.
I do love a Valentine's aesthetic. I have quite a few Valentine-themed tattoos that are based on
true. That is true.
Valentine's. There's
that
something
is
so
true.
Like I have a few of them.
That is true. I know I said that 6 times. Yes, that's amazing. Well, maybe we'll get into that on another episode as well.
On a part 16 of the
the tattoo tour.
The tattoo tour.
Also, if you haven't seen that one, go back and watch it. That's pretty good.
That's a very oft requested.
Yes, very Victorian of you to say that.
I know.
I love it. So that is the basis for this special episode.
Yes, this very special episode.
Is this sort of not really pagan, kind of secular, based on Christianity, fake holiday.
Yeah.
So, Dumb Witch Club.
Love it. It's trash and I love it.
It's my favorite.
It's my fave.
It is my fave. So, one of the sort of traditional things that people do for Valentine's Day is give gifts to their loved ones.
Yes, they do.
Right?
Uh-huh.
So in that spirit, and in the spirit of maximalist...
I'm a maxinista. Maximalist. Pisces.
Yes. So with that, we got presents for each other.
Yay!
So I'm going to give you yours first.
Okay.
So actually, then I'll just give a little bit of background. These came from a store in, it's probably, I don't know, fairly evident. Like, we're in Southern California.
Yeah.
And so Palm Springs, California is one of our favorite places to go for many, many reasons. And there's a really amazing sort of like crystal and witchy shop there that we love. There's quite a few, to be honest. Spiritual shops or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm laughing because there's really only one that we like. And this is the one. So it's called Earth's Elements. They actually have a couple, at least one other location in Big Bear.
Mm-hmm.
And they may have a third location. I can't remember.
Yeah, they might. I can't either, but they might,
Yeah. So anyway, it's a great store, great vibes, great stuff. Stuff's amazing. Anyway, so that's where these are from.
Yay, I'm so excited. I get to open them.
Yes, actually.
On camera?
Yes, you have to. So
Am I going to cry?
No, I don't think you're going to cry. It's not like that.
This Gemini rising might cry.
I wouldn't put it past you. You already cried once today.
Did.
When I was with you. You may have cried more than that. I'm not sure.
Did, probably. I'm like pulling everything out.
Well, and as usual, so the gifts for you, but there's also one of each for me. So it's all in there.
But of course, that's how it goes. I accidentally pulled that out because that's just how it went.
It's okay.
And I
this
pulled
just
that
goes
out
with
too.
these.
Oh my god.
Yay! So that's the one that's for you.
Oh my god. It's so cute.
So that's an agate. It is
like
good for security, safety, strengthening relationships. I felt that was very good for this time of year.
I love this. And it's like a druzy agate. Oh, it's so pretty.
And so mine, the one that I got for myself, is in there. It goes with yours, of course, as usual.
Look at that.
Yay.
So cute. I'm obsessed. Oh, it's so beautiful. And yours is like a darker one, and mine is a lighter.
Per usual. That's kind of the way we do. Oh, that is actually...
My goodness.
No, that's totally good. I didn't know that was still in there.
Oh, it's still
really
in
funny.
there.
No, it's totally fine.
Okay.
It's all good.
Oh my god. That is gorgeous.
It is. But these are the ones. These are the special ones. I mean, they're all special.
Oh, beautiful.
This one is strawberry calcite.
Beautiful.
And in this lighting, you can't see the coloration that well, unfortunately. But they're like pink.
Yeah, beautiful.
And they're like super pretty. So I don't know which one you want out of these two. You can pick which one you want.
I want this one.
Okay.
It's so pretty.
Yay. And I know this is all artfully arranged, but I wonder if there's room to add that there.
The tower that's there is strawberry calcite.
Yes.
It's
awesome.
So beautiful. It's just so lovely.
So it's also, I mean, like we've talked about, sort of that crystal inclusivity. Like you can use any crystal for anything that you want, but sort of the properties of strawberry calcite are about love and a radiant abundance and that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So
I really do love it. It really does have that feel. It's like similar to rose quartz. Like
yes, very much.
That kind of like loving, comforting, nice. Thank you, my darling. How
you
beautiful.
are welcome. And I'm going to actually put all of this
in there
for now. So, ooh, now what's that?
Very excited. It's just one thing.
It's okay.
Something.
I like
little something for you.
Ooh, those are so cute.
Aren't they cute?
Those are super cute. Super cute.
Creepy gals.
Love it. Adorable.
Like, everything she makes is like this kind of aesthetic, and it's super cute. And
very cute.
I got myself socks too, but mine are pink.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah, it's like the same kind of thing, but mine are pink.
Super cute.
Mm-hmm.
I know. There's always like a good division of any aesthetic where it's like the half that's like you and the half that's me.
Yeah, always.
I love it. Adorbs. Gonna wear them. I might put them on right now if I get cold.
Yeah, I thought they were so cute.
Thank you, darling. Happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Also, I think we've been each other's Valentine for like 11 years now. So
yes, we have.
We can just, I mean, I'll ask you, but I just assumed.
Yeah, no, it's an assumed thing. And other people may think they're like our Valentines too or whatever. Yeah, and that's fine. They can think it, but, you know.
Think whatever you want.
We know the truth. literally tattooed on us. We know the truth.
It's true. It's true. So, oh, shoot. And I also think I didn't even say what is the main thing we're going to be doing in this episode.
Yeah. We didn't even talk about it. Okay.
And we're not doing it yet. But we're going to be talking about love spells.
Yes.
Yes.
This is something that people are just dying a ton of.
Yes. Everyone wants to know, like, love potion number 9, like, all of it. So,
how do I do it?
How do I do it? Yeah.
We'll tell you.
We're going to get into that. So that will be after card pull. This is a new card deck. Haha, yay.
So pretty.
Surprise, surprise. But it's really beautiful. So this is by Nicoletta. It's Italian, so I was going to say, yeah, I think it's Ciccoli. She's the artist. This is an oracle deck. As usual, beautiful, beautiful illustrations. So her illustrations are very fantastical. And they're very much like little girls, or like, sort of women, but they look very doll-like.
Yeah.
And they're sort of in these like fantastical kind of fairy tale-ish kind of scenes and settings. And there's no words on the cards, so it's all art symbolism. But it's an oracle deck, so as we've talked about with oracle decks, they're really up to a lot of interpretation.
Yeah, which is why.
So it really lends to that.
Why I love them.
Here.
Yes.
It also comes with a book, so you can like translate, just her concept of what, you could get symbolism from.
Yeah.
But you can also always interpret yourself. So.
They remind me of the Blythe dolls. That's what they're called, the Blythe dolls.
Yes, those dolls.
Which I know Evie has some, or she has one. Maybe she has more than one.
Yeah.
And makes little like outfits and accessories and stuff for her, and it's so cute. Oh my goodness.
It's a whole like culture.
Yeah, it's
a whole thing.
It is. We've kind of learned a little bit about it.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I'm very excited. Okay.
So am I.
Do you want to read this too?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, very deliberate.
Look! Oh my gosh!
That is so cute.
I don't know how well you can see this. It's like two identical girls, and they're holding hands, and there's one heart, like an anatomical heart between them. And it's connected to both of them. It's so good.
It's so good. It's so good. I kind of want to barf.
I love it. I'm so mad.
I know. I am too.
It's so perfect.
Of course it is.
It really is.
And it's perfect because
amazing.
You picked it. If I had picked it, it would have been like
transformation. What is it? I am wondering what the book says about this.
What number is it?
21.
Oh, I love that number.
It's a good number.
Okay, let me go to the English.
Oh, it's the English it has multiple languages in here, so the English is the beginning.
Probably butcher the.
Yeah, it's like Italian and French. It's the very beginning, isn't it?
Okay, I got it. Oh, consanguinity.
Oh my heavens!
Which is like sharing.
Yes.
That's very highbrow.
Beautiful word.
It is. Some people feel. Oh, okay. Okay. No, I can't read it.
You have to read it. I don't know what it says.
Okay, fine. But if I cry, like that's
you already said you were gonna cry.
Okay, all right. So
I don't care if you cry.
I literally did. I like called it out.
I know.
I was like, "Am I gonna cry?" And you're like, "You're not gonna cry." And I'm like, "I think I'm gonna cry." And you're like, "You already cried today." And I was like, "Oh yeah."
You're gonna cry again? No, I'm gonna cry.
Oh, God. Okay, fine. Just get through it. Some people feel like family whether they share our blood or not.
Aww.
Friends can be even closer than kin because you are drawn together by common interests and values. Who are those people in your life? Are you giving them enough time and attention? Reach out to your soul sister or brother. Trust them with your innermost hopes and fears. You've been keeping things bottled up inside you for too long. You are not alone. Light. Make close affinity alliances in every realm of your life. Dark. Don't let closeness turn into codependence.
Wow. So yeah, there's kind of like light and dark interpretations for these cards, which I really like because sometimes, you need to be aware.
Yeah.
But that's so lovely.
It is.
I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you.
And this is just a reminder that we are doing everything we're supposed to do.
100,000,000%. And I hate it when people say numbers over 100.
I know.
For percent, but I just did it.
I know. When they're like 110%, it's like, really? Why not 120?
Yeah. Or 102. Like, no, it's only 100, but it's also 100,000,000 because I said so.
Yeah, because numbers also don't mean anything.
No, it's all arbitrary.
No. So anyway. I get to decide when it means something.
Yes, and I get to tell you that it doesn't. No, this is really, really awesome. I think it's perfect for today.
I want to say, like, I can't believe that just happened, but, like, okay.
Of course
it did. Like, I always want to say, like, I can't believe that. And I was like, duh.
Believe it. That was really, really good. I love that.
How beautiful. I feel like I can't go on.
So, okay, but then I also feel like, gosh, this is just such a good episode. This is so exciting.
Yeah.
We're going to get into why, though.
Yeah.
And why, though, might we be feeling this beautiful in love energy?
Well, I know why we're feeling that.
Well, because we are. But what about out there?
Well, for that part, I think it's because of Venus.
I know.
Yeah, for that part, I think.
I agree.
That's the why, though.
I know.
But your daughter was also, one of your daughters, was also expressing, she wanted to know why, though, because...
Because she was feeling kind of, yeah.
Yeah, she was like, what is happening?
Yeah, she was like over it with everybody.
Yeah, she was like, I like hate everybody. I'm like,
yeah. It happens.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. So. But then what was your why though for that you gave her?
Well, I looked into it a bit, and I think because okay, we just had the full moon in Leo, and like it's not a full moon anymore. But as we've talked about probably ad nauseum, things don't just stop. I think we've made that very clear.
They don't just stop.
Literally last time you were like, if you want to be wrong.
Some people like being wrong. I don't know.
If you want to be wrong. So clearly.
Wouldn't be me, but.
Could never be me.
No.
We have made it clear that, energies ebb and flow and they move through.
Yes.
So, we just had the full moon in Leo, and even though that's not where we're at anymore, I think we're still feeling the effects of that. And then with it being Aquarius season, we have that interesting like polarity happening with that.
Always happens with the full moon, which we might be doing a little short episode on this subject, so I won't say too much. But I think, Leo and Aquarius energies, the way that they interplay with each other is very much what you might be feeling, because it's like that whole collective versus you're kind of shining on your own. And
absolutely. And I think that's what's happening. Like, yeah, it's like, because the full moon, which again, we'll talk about this more, but like the full moon is that time where like, if you just even think of it like literally and metaphorically at the same time, it's when all this light is shining onto things.
Yes.
It's shedding light onto things. And it's illuminating if we're doing that well. Mm-hmm. And if we're operating at those higher frequencies.
Yep, but if you're not,
it's illuminating that too.
It's going to show you that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shine a little light on it.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And I think like, with the Leo full moon, there's that opportunity to really step into that personal power and your uniqueness and what you bring, to the world. But the shadow side of that is that ego part, and like, and also not just ego, like, oh, I'm better than everybody, but like, the doubt about like, well, maybe wait, like, am I?
Yes, or even just feeling so far that you're like, do I even connect with anyone or anything?
Exactly.
Like, am I just so far out here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so, and then like, I think if you can like align with those Leo energies of, that you are important, that you do have a key role, that you are unique, and that it's really that heart, like it's that heart guidance. I feel like that's so true for Leo. Like, whenever I think of Leo energy, like I think of that, like that heart that really, because they are such like such beating hearts, like warm hearts, but also like really know like themselves and like the core. And I think that Aquarius energy brings in, you know, the vision or the higher self. So if you can align those two things.
Yes.
That's like such a great opportunity to really like see things differently, and, you know, but I mean, it can feel like a lot. That's a lot. Those are some like really big ideas.
It is a lot. And then I also think like sort of looking to the last quarter moon is going to be in Scorpio.
That's right.
On Monday, the 13th.
Yes.
And, you know, that's also like a very deep facing yourself in search of deeper truths and having to like grapple with that. So I feel like that's kind of part of the journey of this specific moon cycle during Aquarius season.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a really good point. And like, people don't talk about the sort of in between moon phases as much, but they're just as important.
They're just as important. They all tell a story, and you know, yes, the moon is full in every sign at some point. Yeah. But it's only full in Leo at this time of the year. Exactly. And then it's only in, you know, because how all that stuff works with the alignments. But so it's a unique cycle, even if it's the same cycle every month.
Yeah, exactly. And it's sort of like up to you, like, we tell you the why though, but it's sort of up to you to interpret what that means for you.
Always.
And like, it's gonna look, even though it's the same, it's gonna look different in different areas of your life, different seasons of your life. You know, sometimes, like you mentioned on one of the last episodes, like I said something about, you know, that's gonna feel a little bit fraught, and you're gonna feel like you're butting up against it. And you're like, or you can just be like the balance to that, like the pendulum swing to that. And that's so true. And that's something to keep in mind too, because I think there's a lot, while I love the full moon, I feel like there's a lot of pressure around it sometimes, where people are like, okay, so like, what are you going to do? And you're like, well, okay, I don't know. Like,
leave me alone.
Yeah, just leave me alone. But it's a Leo full moon, like in, you know, and with that Aquarius energy, they're not leaving you alone. So you better figure something out. But it doesn't have to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to be this, like...
Yes. No, I don't even think what you're saying is negative. It's just kind of like, you know, it's just like,
And it feels...
This is what we're dealing with.
This is what we're dealing with. And everything feels rapid. I mean, at least I feel that.
Yes,
like, everything
all
is
the
direct.
planets are direct. Nothing's in retrograde.
No.
Everything's just, you know, like one of our favorite astrologers that we like always says, you know, full steam ahead. Yes. And I think that's what's happening. Everything's just like...
Go through it, or you can grow through it.
I know. It's so
She's
cute.
so cute.
I love her.
I love her.
I know. So, no, I think that all is very relevant and good. Is there anything final that you'd like to say in why, though, before we move on to love spells?
Just one more thing, that Mercury is going into Aquarius as well.
Oh, yes, I know. I noted that as well. That's going to be on the 11th of February.
Yeah. So that's like...
I actually want to say something about this
too. Good. Yeah, I liked that because, you know, that's really going to help you, I feel like, with that energy of like aligning with really getting down to the point of what is like true and good for you. Like, what do I need to say? What do I not need to say? What do I need to keep to myself? What do I need to speak out? But picking and choose, that's going to help you, that energy, like pick and choose like what is actually meaningful. Like,
yes. Like what actually connects to that deeper collective. Yes. I think along with that, Mercury is exalted in Aquarius. And so it's very much like in its element. And I think part of what that is too is like this sort of rational, detached, almost kind of like, let's evaluate this from a bigger picture. So it really lends well to like planning and really thinking about like how to implement things in a way that you're going to get that outcome that is best for everyone and, you know, yourself, hopefully.
Absolutely.
Too, so.
Yeah, I think that's going to be super helpful. And as we mentioned before, Venus is still in Pisces, and so we still have that love and that compassion and everything. So as you're going through these things and like it's shaking you up and stuff, like, you know, you still have that presence there to give you that comfort.
Totally. I think there's a lot of, I don't know, the energy's feeling very, like a lot of movement, very nice, very... like forward facing.
Yeah, I've liked
very it. Very productive.
I haven't felt super like why though. I know
a few weeks ago but
yeah. Oh,
now
that was.
I know. No, now it's a lot better.
I've really tried to stick. Same. I've really tried to stick that to that little shifts every day. Like after I pulled that card, and
I know.
And I've been really like, okay, obviously I've had my moments of like self-doubt and been like, okay, why am I doing this? And like, this is like lame and like, I'm not seeing results from this. But like, I'm doing the right thing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I don't see the results now. It doesn't matter. I just need to keep on planting the seed, planting the seed, planting the seed.
Because that's the whole point, and that is what you're supposed to be doing.
Yes, and down the line, I will see those things grow.
Oh, now I'm thinking about my card pull and just all of that. It was just such rapid, like, things.
Well, and look, it's already happening.
I know, it's already happening. So
we can't talk about that.
No, we're not talking about it, but it's happening.
It's all happening.
Super exciting. Ooh, speaking of exciting, I really want to talk about love spells because I love this topic.
Yes.
Ooh, I was just going to say this, and I think I am going to say it.
Say it.
I love love. I think it's amazing.
I love love.
I feel like, it's like, oh, I love that.
I love love.
I do.
Somebody says that in a movie.
Probably.
I love love. I feel like.
Probably.
It's cute.
I'm not saying it's unique, but it's cute.
It's cute.
I really do. And like people get like down on love, like or like I hate, one thing I hate, like, love hurts. I'm like, no, love does not hurt.
No, love doesn't hurt.
That's a problem you're having.
Yeah.
If your love is hurting you somehow.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not love.
No, that can't be.
No.
But I know, and it's so true because it's like people want to say that, but love is this like intangible. How can you...
Yes.
I hate that kind of thing. When like, or it's the same with like astrology or witchcraft or anything else. Like, I don't believe in that. I don't think. Okay, but you don't even know what it is and you can't nail it down and you think it's fake anyway. So you think it's fake anyway, but you also don't believe in it.
And you have to insist on how much you don't believe in it.
Then what are you not believing in? Because this thing isn't real in the first place.
Well, yeah, it's like, the old, Lady Macbeth, like, methinks the lady doth protest too much. It's like, if you really felt that way, you wouldn't have to talk about it all the time.
Mm-hmm. Or like, what's the experiment with the cat? Is it Schrodinger's cat? Is it?
Yeah.
Well, you can't say that you don't believe in it if you can't see that it's it might be. Well, yeah, but you don't.
But that's the whole point, is that you don't know.
Yes, and you're saying that you don't think it's a thing.
But you're saying, yeah, exactly.
But you also don't believe. Come on.
Whatever. Anyways, we're just tearing down the laws of physics right here. We don't care.
Absolutely.
Not really. But
fine with that.
I know. But anyway, I love love. I feel like it's really cool.
I love love.
And I feel like it is really easy to just give a lot of love.
Yeah.
Like, I know it can be harder, it's scary, different things, but it's like, what the heck? Just be loving in the world.
Be loving.
I don't know. I also hate a lot of things. It's really confusing.
I hate a lot of things, too.
I know, but I don't, like, hate it, like, in the core of my being. Like, I'm, like, actively putting energy towards hate. You know?
Yeah. I might be. But you know what?
Well, I'm saying that, and I'm like, is that true?
Yeah, I don't think it's true for me.
Know.
I would love to agree with you right now and act
but
like...
I don't even know if it's true.
It's not. But here's the thing.
But love is not the opposite of hate anyways.
Okay, see, I was going to say, I feel like the ways that I'm like that is the flip side of the love thing. And I think that that's true for me.
Yes, and if you're really intense in one way, it obviously is going to come out the other way, unless you're suppressing, which means then you have nothing.
Yeah, so if I were to sit here and say that I don't do that, that would not be true.
I know, but you're not like out there like planning hateful activities against people.
No, and I have, but see, here's the thing, and I'll be honest about this. I have to actively stop myself from doing that. And it's not just because I'm hating for no reason, but that's the thing. It's the flip side of that coin. I love so much that like when things upset me,
yes,
and it's injustice.
But you're not like a hater.
No. I'm not a hater at all.
No, exactly. And that's kind of the thing. And that's what you're saying. It's like that tie. So loving someone is a risk. And maybe that's why people say like love hurts or they're scared of love or something like that. But it is a risk. It is a risk,
but it's one that like I go into any like it. Okay,
oh, me too.
Things might hurt, things might whatever. But you don't get anything if you don't try. Like you 100%. You just have to. You just have to. And if you don't, I don't know. I
know. Well, and if you get hurt in that process, like I don't know. I don't mind that either.
It doesn't mean it's the end of the world. That's the thing, too. Like,
and I'm like, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's a human experience.
It is a human experience.
Anyways, okay, love spells. Let's get to it.
People are obsessed, and I cannot blame them. And so love spells are one of the most ancient type of spells that there ever is. Yeah. I read that. It's like goes back to like 2200 BC.
Yeah.
People were like, I need to figure out what this is. Like, they're just, obsessed. And I get it.
But so, okay, let's clarify what we can and cannot do in terms of love spells.
Yeah,
so,
good idea.
This is not a hypnosis situation where you're like, make someone fall in love with you. Like, it's not like that.
No, unfortunately, no.
No.
Can't do that. Just like Genie says.
Yeah.
In Aladdin.
Exactly.
It's good advice.
No, it's true. And there's also like a really good Twilight Zone episode about that.
Yeah.
And, everything. So no, that's a nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
Because the moment you coerce or control another person, even through any means at all, even if it's witchcraft or spells, like that's manipulation. Like that's taking away someone's autonomy.
Yeah.
So this stuff is not about that.
No.
This is about, we have kind of two variations that we're going to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, you cannot force people to love you.
No.
But if you want to become yourself, like, irresistible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is really just you embodying everything that you're meant to be.
Yes.
Like your unique self, like everything about you that makes you you. That's really what that is. And yes, I guess that's like tangentially a love spell, but that's really about honoring you. And I think that's super important. Like that's where it needs to start. You can do these other things, we'll get into them, but that's where it needs to start is that self-love.
Yes. So I actually wrote a idea for a spell for self-love. And we don't know what each other wrote. So I hope they're not too similar. But I guess it doesn't really matter.
We'll see. I love it.
Okay, so go ahead. Why don't you say yours first?
Okay, so mine that I just came up with, I felt like this was a good idea. And it's a simple one, okay? Because I wanted to make it simple because I really want you guys to do it.
I know.
It's important. Okay.
Accessible.
Yes. So light a candle. And you can do any or all of these parts or just, whatever. Tailor it to yourself. But light a candle in a color that brings you joy.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, like make it you because this is about you. So light a candle in a color that brings you joy. I like to do a circle. You can do salt. Jackie and I like salt. You can do crystals. You can do anything.
Yeah.
Just make a ring, make a circle, open that up. Even just energy, like imagining an energy.
Yes, like even if you have nothing and you just use your hand, that's fine too.
And imagine like the bubble around it or whatever you want to do. And then what I want you to do is I want you to write down things that you already love and accept about you on one side of a sheet, okay? And then on the other side, I want you to write things that you're struggling to accept about you right now, okay? Yeah. I don't want to say things you hate about you. That's not it.
No.
Things you're struggling to accept right now.
Yes.
Then what I want is you to fold the paper in half. I want both of those sides to touch each other, okay? Because they, as much as we don't maybe want to think that, they belong together, just like we talked about with the love-hate thing, that flip side, they belong together. So fold them together, and then what you're going to say is a mantra, something that makes sense to you. I wrote like a simple thing. I love and accept all parts of me as I am growing into my authentic self.
Oh, I love that.
And then you can burn the page. Jackie really likes to do that. That's something that she likes to do. You can burn it, and then you can bury the ashes if you want to. Or you can fold up the list like really small. I tend to do more stuff like that. You can fold up the list really small, and then you can keep it on your altar as long as you feel like you need to as a reminder. After that, you could burn it, or you could put it in like moon water or something and let the ink dissolve, and then maybe bury the paper or whatever. But
Yeah. I love that. I think it's it's just beautiful. It's very nice. It's very simple. It's very sweet. I love it.
Thanks.
So I like it too because it is similar but different. my idea.
I'm excited.
So my spell for self-love that I thought of, and I sort of specifically thought of doing this like as a morning spell or like meditation or ritual. So for my idea, of course, it was also like, you know, having your circle, whether that was, you know, salt or, you know, if you're outside and it's like leaves or, you know, whatever it is, whatever you have access to. If you have a rose quartz or a strawberry calcite or any crystal that you resonate with, that you like and love, I suggested a pink or a white candle. I really liked your suggestion of any color that brings you joy, but it's also anything that you have.
Yeah.
So you would gather your materials. Oh, you also need paper or a journal for mine as well. So you would do your circle. You would have your rose quartz. You would light your candle. I also suggest for this one lighting your candle with a match and not a lighter if you can, and really kind of focusing on that spark of that flame.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And then to sit, gaze at your crystal, you can hold it and like try to think about if you were to write yourself a love letter, because that's the task here, is to write yourself a love letter.
I love that.
And how you would speak to someone else about what you love about them.
Yeah.
And to write that for yourself. And again, very similar to what you suggested. In this case, I would suggest actually keeping it and rereading it.
Yeah.
As often as you'd like, but if, you know, you're just not in a situation where you're going to do that, or that you don't want to keep it for whatever reason, you would then, you know, either burn it or do any of those methods that you talked about, extinguish your candle, and just, you know, you could also keep your love letter like with you for in your, you know, like near your heart if you could for a day or so, or even if you just tore off a little corner of it and kept it like close to your heart or in your pocket or something like that.
I love that.
So yeah, again, sort of similar,
yes,
but a little different.
But beautiful. And I love that you mentioned like about it being like a meditative thing and doing it in the morning, and sort of like the ritualistic aspect of that, because it puts weight and importance on what you're doing.
Yes.
Like you are important, and you're important enough that we're going to set aside this time to do this first thing before you interact with anybody else's opinions.
Yes.
Before you open up your phone to your social media.
Yes.
Before you get texts about what you're not doing right or doing right, before you look at work email. This is the most important thing that you're going to do, and you're going to do that for yourself.
Yes.
And I love carrying around things in my bra. I'm a big fan of that.
Yes. No, I know. You can put your crystal in there too if it's small-ish or whatever you want. I don't know. How would you like carrying?
I love that.
But so those are, I really love both of those. So those are two spells for self-love, which honestly, like, is always you should be the priority for yourself all the time.
Yeah, please start with that if you're going to do any of it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And if you're lucky enough to already be there, then maybe you are ready to move on to another one. She's like doing these gestures. Okay.
Spicy.
I know. I'm excited. So, what do you have here for phase 2?
Well, I'm like, I gotta give the people what they want to, because they're like, yeah, self-love, okay, yeah.
I know, everyone's like, we don't care about self-love.
I love myself now. Okay.
Yeah. Where my man at?
How do I attract Jason Momoa? That's what I tuned in for, and you're not answering that yet. Yeah. So, okay, we're gonna give the people what they want. They want to attract. And you can do it. Let me just tell you. Like, this is real. It's not, I'm going to tell you this and like maybe that. No. This works. I've done it, people. Okay? It works.
So amazing.
You can do it. And it really, okay, you have to.
What do we do?
I'm going to tell you. They're like, Jason Momoa. Okay. I didn't say that it'll work on Jason Momoa.
I don't know why that's the person.
I don't either. Because that's not even really like, to me, like, no, but I don't know. He popped into my head.
Yeah, no, I get it. Go on.
He came through. Whatever. Fill in the blank. Okay, for me it would be Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on. Yeah, exactly. You really, really need to work on concentrating your energy. This is going to be where you literally want to feel your energy in every pore. Like, you want to adorn yourself with this energy. You want to feel it emanating like heat out from you.
Teeming.
Yes. And like from key places. You want to send beams, okay? Just visualize that and do it. You want to become a magnet a force, and you will, if you really start sending these things out. And if you do the self-love one first, it's even more powerful, because you're really coming into that, like, this is me and I'm a bad bitch.
Exactly.
And like, it's gonna happen, and you have to do that. And it's you have to keep like a consistent, like, tangible, like something like you described, like a crystal. You could have that letter, you could write Jason Momoa or whoever.
You probably, okay, really shouldn't use this for like a celebrity or like to someone you don't know. This needs to be something that's like actually plausible in your life.
Yes.
I mean, I think it's fine, but just to be clear, like, you know.
Lisa Bonet's like, well, it worked for me. We're not talking about you.
You're not her,
You're not her.
That's different. Okay.
So, whatever.
But you could write the person's name.
The person's name. Or if you don't know the person, which is
or if
probably
you don't
better.
have a person in mind, but you want to just attract.
Yes. And honestly, it's probably better if you don't. Like, and even if you do think it's that person, it's probably not that person. Let's be honest, okay? Just, let's see what we can come up with, because it might be better than that person, and likely it is. And so, yes, you can. You just have to, it's, honestly, like, for this, it's really about, like, focusing your energy. But, okay, if you really, really want to do something tangible, I'll say it. Okay.
Sure.
Because we like to do this. You can make a spell jar if you want something tangible.
spell jars.
Yes.
Love.
We love them. We love to make them for each other.
Yes, we make them for other people,
Yes, we love them. So if you want to do it, I'll just give you a couple, like, traditional correspondences, you know, but you can fill in the blanks, whatever you want. But honey, ultimate attractor.
Ooh, totally.
Always use honey.
Yes.
Yes. So honey, rose oil, or like rose petals, or anything with rose
petals.
Cinnamon for passion, for sex. You want the cinnamon, like sticks or just ground cinnamon. Who cares? Totally. It doesn't matter. Whatever. White pepper to spice it up.
Totally.
And then if you want to put, like, you could even, so the piece of paper thing that I mentioned, you could actually put that in the spell jar. Or sometimes you do a bay leaf, like you'll write on a bay leaf and put that in. I think that would be great too, like, whatever. But make sure that it's very clear, like your intention of, like, what you're trying to attract. What I mean by that is, are you looking for a situationship? Are you looking for a romance? Are you looking for... you need to know. Okay.
Yeah, because if you just put out energy, like, you don't know what... You'll get something.
Yeah.
But if you're vague, it might not be what you actually want.
Yes.
So that's why you have to be really honest with yourself, too.
Yeah, you cannot...
Like, do you want someone to just be like, oh, you're so hot, I have to have you? Or do you want someone that's, like, going to romance you for months and years? You know? Like, what do you want?
Yes, and
not that they can't coexist either, but it's like you have to be clear in your mind.
Yeah, and they totally can, and it can be both of those things. But, and remember, like, it doesn't have to be, like, this is the thing you're doing for the rest of your life. Like, this might just be, like, the season you're in right now, and this is what you want right now, and you want it really bad. Great. Whatever it is, but just be very specific, and you need to focus and concentrate on it, like, really hard all the time. It'll happen.
Yep. I think you're right. And I love spell jars. So also, just sort of like to be more clear, the spell jar, it's just, you just need a little jar.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I should have probably said that.
Like anything with a lid. And you just put your little items in there, whatever they may be. And then you just put that jar, like, next to your bed or in your bathroom, or just someplace where you're going to see it. You can hold it, you can shake it up, you can carry it with you, you can put it in your bra, you can put it in your purse, you can put it in your pocket. Yeah, and just kind of like...
Thank you for mentioning the logistics that I usually forget.
Well, I know, just because you were so excited.
I was so excited. I was so passionate about it, because it really does work. And these you can be like a mason jar, or literally at the 99-cent or the Dollar Tree, they sell these, like, little ones. It's $1 and you get, like, a whole pack of them. It's amazing.
Exactly. And it doesn't need to be big, obviously.
No, not at all.
Yes. No, I think you're absolutely right. And that is really, truly, like, harnessing the power of your mind.
Yes.
And letting that flow through your body and your energy. And this is also reminding me, before I get to my spell, we are going to do a whole episode on sex magic, because we thought that it could obviously tie into this, but then we were like, oh, no. That needs its whole entire hour. So
yeah, it definitely does. It deserves it.
Yeah, look forward to that.
Same.
Yes. So, okay. So my spell, which now I feel like is such a, like, compared to yours. Yours is like on fire.
It's okay. I'm gonna love it. Not everything can be on fire. We need the ones that are not.
No, I know. Thanks a lot. Thanks for that. So here I am to pour the water on the fire. No, just kidding. Okay, so mine is a spell to open yourself to love. Ooh. So for this one, I really thought of doing this like in the evening and sleeping on it, which I think is really important for certain kinds of spells. So for this one, you would need 4 flowers or 4 petals. Ideally, one of those tall candles that you can leave lit overnight, like I had mentioned for the invoke thing. Yeah. And again, matches, very simple. You are going to set up your flowers in the 4 corners. If you're in a room, you could just put them in the literal corners, but it doesn't have to be in the corner. It can just be relative to where you're going to be to do, you know, so
like
you can
set up a square.
Yeah, or you can orient yourself to like north, south, east, west, and you can place them there too. So, you know, but kind of just to create, and it's sort of in place of the actual circle. Okay. Sort of using like if you could do rose petals, that would be ideal, but it doesn't matter. Light your candle, visualize the candle flame as your heart, sort of illuminating and glowing and growing and expanding. Feel the warmth of that, sort of connect with all of that. And so I have a little suggestion of something you could say. So it says, I open my heart to feel and accept all the love around me. I open my heart to find and grow all the love I've yet to see.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
And so another sort of intention that I had with writing this was that I think sometimes we can have trouble accepting the love that is around us. Totally. And we can feel like unworthy of that. It kind of starts to tie back into the self-love thing. Yeah. But just to be able to be open to really receiving and to finding and allowing to come to you all the love that you're going to get in your life, you haven't gotten it yet. So just being ready for that.
That's so sweet.
Thanks.
We like reversed roles.
I know, we kind of did. I know, we kind of did with this one.
We did.
I know.
My like Scorpio sex energy was like,
yes,
you were like,
totally.
I'm being sweet.
I know, but my Venus is in Cancer, so I am, you know,
I know.
It does get very
soft.
Like mushy and sweet.
Yeah,
but also, yeah. So.
You don't show that a lot or to many people. But I love that you're helping other people to be that way. And please do hers first.
And then Jason Momoa after.
Yeah, then you can do Jason Momoa after. But you need to do hers first. Hers is so much more lovely and beautiful. Do all the self-love ones and Jackie's, and then do the other one.
Yeah, totally.
Because you're not going to be ready for that until this happens.
That is actually true. And, like, we are not here to tell you how to, like, lay the groundwork for your life.
No.
But I do believe that there is sort of an order that makes things more likely to be successful.
Yes, more likely to be successful and for you to be happy and not feel dysregulated and crazy.
Yeah, because you have to be who you are, and that's how you attract the person who is attracted to who you really are.
Yes.
So that you don't have to then like be fake forever and then hate that.
It's exactly what you said before when I was talking about it. You were like, okay, you have to be really intentional, and you have to be really true to yourself because you will attract something.
Exactly.
But if you do this when you're not ready or whatever, like that's not going to be the thing you want.
100%.
It's going to be fake Jason Momoa.
I know, exactly.
Ew. Jason Fofoa.
Jimmy Fofoa.
Jimmy Fofoa.
Anyways.
Yeah, no.
There's probably a person with that name.
He's like, oh, man.
He's like, they don't want me.
Thought I was really ready for something.
Oh,
poor
Jimmy. It's fine. We love you.
We love Jimmy. It's okay. You'll meet your person.
One day. Oh, so this was an amazing time. I feel very lovey and loving.
Me too. We laughed and cried.
I know, we did.
That was a lot.
It was a lot. I know.
Why do we always say that? And we're always like, we didn't expect this.
Dumb.
Except in the beginning, we're like, this is going to be so great, and this is extra special, and it's going to be this. And then it happens, and we're like, oh my God, can you believe that? You just said it was going to be.
I know.
Dumb Witch Club.
I know, Dumb Witch Club, always. So, thanks for coming along with us.
Yes.
And until next time,
Stay witchy, friends.
stay dumb.
Dumb Witch Club is written and produced by us, Ashley Sidner.
And Jackie Gerard at the Dumb Witch Clubhouse in Orange County, California.
Produced and edited by Matt Heinemeyer. Creative Director and Culture Consultant, Violet Turner.
Original music by Ashley Sidner. And look us up on all your favorite social media platforms, including Patreon.
Until next time, stay witchy, friends.
And stay dumb.